welcome back to the Tea and a Buddy podcast. I'm Dominic.
And I'm Erica.
And today's episode, we're talking about ways in which living in America has changed me, Dominic. So...
Ways in which it has changed me.
It has changed me a little bit, hasn't it?
Oh,
I'm talking with an American accent now.
Right now?
Right now.
Dominic, speaking with his voice.
Speaking with my voice. Yeah, I mean, there's quite a lot, when I was thinking about it, I was like, what has changed? Am I still the same person? I mean, I've been here now 10 years. Mm-hmm. Oh, 11, almost.
Almost.
Lived here, and, I've been back to the UK a couple of times, and, but it's... it's not been for any huge period of time. I haven't, gone and lived there for a year.
Let's just say right now that your accent has not changed.
I don't know.
It hasn't.
If I could, I'd probably go back.
I listen to you every day. You sound the exact same as the day I met you.
Yeah, but you listening to me, I listen to you every day. People could say your accent has changed over time.
People have, though.
Yeah, but I could go... I'm probably going to go back to the UK. Say, tomorrow, we moved back to the UK, mm-hmm. and, friends and family and stuff came over, and they're just like, oh, yeah, you're sounding a bit more American.
They do. No, your sister and, I don't know, some other people have said that to you, and
You've got an American twang there.
I don't agree at all.
I sure do. I sure do have an American twang.
I mean, first of all, your accent has never been the thickest of British accents in the first place.
No, it's been very watered down. It used to be when I was a child, no one could understand me. And they were just like, I don't know what this child is saying to me, but it must be very important.
Well, I mean, you moved all around. You just adopted the accent of wherever you were at the time. I used to have, a Scottish
accent, a Welsh accent. Then I had this, weird, all right accent.
I don't think I ever heard you with a Welsh accent. Well, I say that still when you talk to your dad or...
All right, boy.
Or a little bit...
Yeah, I have a little bit of a Welsh accent.
Or a little bit, with your friends in Wales.
You know what I'm talking about.
It comes out a little bit, yeah.
Yes, man.
But nothing like theirs.
No, because I can notice it, you see? I notice it when I'm talking to them and they sound all Welsh.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what?
It's hilarious, you guys. When the last time we were in the UK and we went and saw Dominic's best friend, we went out with him and everything. And afterward he said, I don't know if he listens to these podcasts.
He does. Hello.
Dominic said, God, his accent's gotten really thick.
And it's just like, no, he's just been living here a long time. And I'd never noticed it because, I'd grown up with him,
I was like, no, his accent
from
sounds...
high school.
I was like, his accent sounds exactly the same as I've ever heard him sound,
Well, yeah. But it was really thick. It's really Welsh.
Yeah.
Really Welsh it was.
Let me get a Coca-Cola.
Yeah. The Coca-Cola.
But yeah, so when you talk to your dad, the Welsh accent comes out. I don't know.
And my dad's accent's kind of the same as mine, though. It's quite light. It's very light.
It's not as light as yours. No, it's not as thick as some Welsh people's, but no, it's not as light as yours.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever heard you with the I don't know the home counties accent. Is that what you want to call it? Like your sister.
My sister's I used to have exactly like her.
I've seen videos of you when you were little with a Scottish accent.
It's a wee Scottish accent. Yeah. Because it was, and I was living in England then.
Yeah.
And I was before I moved to Scotland, so that was my mother's influence.
Yeah.
Talking to her, and I had this wee Scottish accent. I was like, oh, hello. And then it got really thick when I moved up there, just really...
Yeah.
Kind of came out.
But I don't think your accent's changed. I mean, you definitely have not picked up an American accent.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you pronounce some words. Well, okay, let's get into your list. Maybe I don't want to infringe on anything that you might actually have planned to talk about.
I mean, no. I just, I mean, this is what it is. Something that's changed me,
Yeah.
Because I think my accent has got a little bit... I don't know, we watch a lot of British shows.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and that's not because, I don't like American shows or anything like that. Because I used to...
It is.
No, it's not. Because a lot of it is just... It's because of the commercials over here, for a start. I cannot stand watching anything on television anymore.
Mm.
Like live television.
Yeah.
Because it's just full of commercials.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm much more into, like, streaming and, you know, watching stuff, you know, that's ad-free and whatever, you know, like the BBC.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a case of, you know, because I used to watch a lot of American shows growing up, and that's one of the things that always surprises people, that I know stuff about America before I came in. Just like, oh, did you ever see...
Yeah.
This, or I Love Lucy, or whatever.
So that's not something that's changed, then?
That's not something that's changed. My Americanness, you know, it's just got worse, really, isn't it?
I think... there you go.
My Americanization is now at 93%.
I mean, but
climbing.
Before we get to your list, I would say possibly a way that living in America has changed you is that you watch more British stuff now than you used to when you lived in Britain.
I mean, it's because of you. I mean, we watched like This Is Us and stuff like that, you know, and that's about it.
You were watching some of the like British reality things though with me, and you were like, God, I never watched this in Britain. I know another British thing. You said, oh, you never used to eat like the salt and vinegar crisps before you lived in America, and now that's like all you want the time.
Yeah, it was like something weird. It was like, because in Britain you have access to a lot of like chip flavors. It's like ice cream flavors over here. I always say that. In Britain, you know, crisp chip flavors, there's so many of them. You know, you can get like steak flavor, you can get onion flavor, you can get Marmite flavor, roast chicken, prawn cocktail, your favorite. You know, so you didn't. I don't think you've ever had them. Actually,
the prawn cocktails, I don't know.
No, you just think they sound disgusting.
Well, because I had the prawn crackers or whatever it was from the Chinese place, and those were disgusting. Those are absolutely horrendous.
I think I'll tell you what prawn cocktail tastes like. Cocktail sauce.
Yeah.
On a potato chip.
Yeah.
And you like cocktail sauce.
I do.
So you might like them.
So it's a little bit like reverse Americanization with you. Is it like living in America has just made you more British?
And it happens. No, it happens because I was looking this phenomenon. You know, it's just like people say that, you know, like when you live in a country, you kind of tend to like gravitate towards your own kind of people. And, you know, like Spain, there's a lot of like British expats hanging out together and they get more and more British. And, you know, sometimes it's not in a good way, you know.
But it's like, it's not, I mean, it's a bit more difficult to find a group of British people in America, I think.
Well, yes.
Like a whole group, you know?
Well, yes. I guess so. But I mean, you know, I suppose I think Houston is rather big on the British expats, you know, because a lot of...
well, they have that British Emporium in Dallas. Shout out to the British Emporium.
Yeah, shout out to them. Yeah, they have that. That's in Grapevine, right by the airport, so...
Hashtag not sponsored.
and they really have a connection. They really have an in to like getting
oh my god, they've got everything.
They've got everything. They've got stuff that I hadn't even seen.
Yeah.
You know, in Britain, and it must have just come out like the Nando's sauces and you know and all that kind of stuff. And I was just like, oh, that's new because you know stuff is new. You know, it's been 10 years since I've been over.
Getting us back on topic.
Let's get
to your list of ways that living in America has changed you.
You know, right now I'm in a t-shirt and shorts.
Yeah.
I wear much less clothing than I used to wear in the UK. Even in summertime. I mean, I don't even remember. You know, it was like a novel to me. You know, it was like when it was like sunny outside and it was kind of like 70 degrees and it was kind of hot.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, I should dig out my shorts.
Yeah.
Where are my shorts? It's like I've got like 20 pairs of shorts here. That's all I wear.
Yeah.
All the time. Even in winter.
Oh, here you mean? Here. Yeah.
But in Britain, it was kind of like, I'll have to go buy a pair of shorts or something, you know, because we used to have those like pedal pushers. And I'd wear them and my dad would wear a pair too because he'd be like, oh, it's too hot outside to wear jeans. And it's like, yeah, this is a bit odd, isn't it? Because, you know, we were always wearing jeans.
Yes.
And, you know, like, or sweatpants or whatever, you know, it's just like, you know, kind of clothing that would keep you warm.
Yeah.
jackets, jumpers,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's just
you have no socks on as
socks.
as we're recording this.
In Britain, it was like socks all the time. As a must. And remember, you used to wear all your socks. You used to wear them out, didn't you?
Yeah. I'm very accustomed to being barefoot.
I've got slides now.
Unless it's very cold, like socks are like the last thing I put on, I think.
I wear them now.
I need my feet to
on
breathe.
Occasion. But yeah, shorts and a t-shirt are the absolute musts for living over here in Texas anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah. Again, for anybody new to this podcast, we do live in Texas, so everything
it comes from a Texas point of view, y'all.
Everything we talk about comes from the perspective of being down here.
I don't say that.
In Central Texas.
That hasn't changed.
Yeah, no. I wonder if I said y'all all the time, if you would be saying it, though.
Hey, y'all.
There's nothing really, I guess, that I kind of say all the time.
That's rubbed off on
you, yeah.
I do, I do.
You guys. I say you guys, I guess. I don't know.
You guys, yeah, I do say that.
Yeah.
But I can't remember if I used to say that or before that. Yeah, you say it too. You say, oh, I don't know what I used to say before I met Dominic.
Yeah. with some things, yeah, definitely.
Did I used to say it? Because
I'm like, do we say that in
when
America?
You're speaking to your mother, she'll look at you like, oh, what's that? I don't know. I can't think of a thing, but you just like, what do you mean? Yeah, I do say that, don't I?
No, we do say that, don't we?
We do say that, no,
Yeah.
But yes, I wear much less clothing than
I think probably in other parts of America, they still wear like jeans during the summer.
Yes.
Like what you're used to.
That's where we need to move.
Maybe. Although I don't know if that's true. I don't know where in America that would be, because I've been to like New York City and Boston during the summer, and you think those are quite far north, those cities.
They're not as far north as
and they're
the UK.
Hot and humid as just anywhere during the summer.
I'm looking at the map now, and the UK and Ireland, they're on if you go straight across, you're hitting Canada.
Level with Canada,
Canada, and Canada is cold.
Yeah.
All the time. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So it would be more equivalent
and
to
I like wearing
a
lot of clothes. I like wearing jackets. I like wearing sweaters.
The fashion is much better in cold weather. Yes, I will say that.
Yes. You can you can layer up and it's all good,
Yeah.
Another thing which comes with the heat, this infernal heat, is having to put on bug spray, mosquito spray.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Having to get the off out, having to get the cutter, having to get that is so annoying, because every time we go for a walk, and you've seen it on our Instagram, the photos we take from the little creek walk we do when we're out exercising.
Mm-hmm.
I am very likely all covered in bug spray
every time. Not very likely, you definitely are.
Because I get eaten up by mosquitoes. And I first found
I
that out.
And I don't have to spray at all.
No, they don't bother me.
I
guess
at
my
all.
blood is very sweet. I don't know. Sweet.
So sweet.
Maybe my blood sugar is something that they love. They're just like, oh, this is a good one, because they get me. If I don't spray, it's like a feast for them. It's like a 20-course meal.
I guess there's not that many mosquitoes in Britain. You would think it's quite wet there, that there would be mosquitoes, but it's not warm enough.
It's not huge. It's not warm enough.
Yeah.
They die off pretty... during the summer, I'd probably get bitten. Maybe if it was 70 degrees and it was kind of rainy.
Yeah.
I'd probably have to wear something, but...
Were you about to tell that story of the first time you got bit here?
Not here, no.
Oh.
The first time I got bit ever.
No, the first time he got bit here, I think it was just when he was just visiting. And so it was still it was in the fall. It was almost winter. It was winter, yeah. So I don't know what mosquitoes were doing around, but it got him on the elbow, and his elbow swelled up I thought a spider or something had got him. I was just like, oh my God, what in the world is going on? Because his elbow really swelled up, but we discovered it was just
it didn't hurt or anything.
It was
a reaction to the mosquito bite, because I was swimming in the swimming pool once.
Oh no.
And I got one I guess it was on my eyebrow.
Yeah.
It swelled up like someone had punched me.
Yeah, you couldn't even hardly open your eye.
yeah, I couldn't open my eye because it was like, yeah, it was like really like, you know, like what has gone on here? But yeah, the first time I ever got like that kind of reaction was when we went to Greece, I think.
Oh yeah.
And it was summertime, and you know, I had my shorts on and stuff, and my legs just got eaten up on the boat.
Oh yeah.
And I remember the captain going, "Wow."
What? And you were on the ocean, and there were mosquitoes.
We were on it was a coastal like ferry.
You weren't far from the.
Weren't far from the thing, but you know, I guess maybe we'd just been off the boat or something, but I didn't feel them until I got back on. I was scratching and scratching because they itch like nothing you've ever experienced before. They're so itchy. It's like, oh, you just want to get a knife and just scrape your skin off. You know.
So anytime we go outside here, I'm like, get the bug spray, and it's very annoying, isn't it?
It's very annoying because
he can't even spend like 5 minutes outside. It's ridiculous.
I mean, to take the trash out, I'll get bitten. You know, they're like they're just hanging around there. You know.
Yeah. Pobrecito.
And I think you've got like once or twice, and it doesn't really seem to affect you.
No, they bite me, and the bump comes up, and then it just goes.
It just goes away,
like instantly.
Nice. Yeah. But yeah, that was one, having to spray bug spray because of mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Another one. I often do this at restaurants now, you know, going out to restaurants when we could, you know, and still can now. I guess we're getting back into that. You know, when I go to a restaurant and I'd say, oh, I want this burger, you know, with no onions and no tomato.
Yes.
And the waiter would go, what?
Yeah.
What?
Uh-huh.
They'd instantly go, what? You know, they go, no onions, okay. No what? You know?
Yeah. I don't know what they think tomato, you say.
And I have to go, tomato. And they go, oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. And it's like, you know, it's just kind of like they've never, like, what? No what? You know?
Yeah.
It's just something I've always done. I mean, tomato, and I'm trying to think of another instance, but it's tomato usually because, you know,
they can't understand you, but that's,
they can't understand my English.
But that's definitely a way that living in America has changed you. You use the American word for things.
Well, I pronounce it the American way. Yeah. Trash,
well, no, like,
you know,
elevator. You're going to say elevator, not lift.
It's in the elevator. Yeah.
Yeah. Do we need to take the elevator?
Yeah, and I'll say fries. I'll say French fries or fries. You know, when I'm ordering stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not that person. You know, like a lot of Brits. You know, a lot of Brits. Because I had to change that when I came over here because no one understands what you're talking about, and it's not funny to like keep saying it, you know.
Yeah.
Like, no, I want burgers and chips.
Yeah.
I want chips, not French fries, chips.
Yeah,
you know?
It just makes you seem kind of
yes,
okay.
Yes, okay. You know, it's just like, yeah, that's, you know, you get understood back in Britain, but over here it's kind of like French fries, you know.
Yeah.
Pickles, you know. I mean,
pickles are the same thing in Britain. Oh no, I guess they call them gherkins.
Gherkins, yeah.
They don't say pickles at all?
It's more like cheese and pickle.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
which is like like Branston pickle or something. You know?
Oh, yeah. Pickles is slightly different. I mean, it is, but
it's gherkin or a wally or something, yeah.
Pickled anything.
Pickled cucumber.
No, I mean, when you say pickle in Britain, it's pickled kind of anything, really.
Pickled eggs.
Right.
Yeah.
Well.
Pickled cucumbers.
What is
pickled
it?
relish. Pickled relish.
Cabbage. It's more like, yeah.
Piccalilli.
Yeah. Something.
But yeah, that's another one. I often another one. I'm saying hello to strangers a lot more. I'm saying, you know, like, because before it would be like, you know, I'd be walking along or something and someone would be coming the opposite way and I just kind of like glance at them and I just give them a nod or something maybe, or not even.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't do anything back.
Yeah.
But over here, it's like you're driving, you're waving at people in the car as they pass. In the car. You know, like we're walking along and she just waves at someone in the car and I'm like, do you know them? What do you know, why are you waving at them?
They waved at me.
They waved at... No, sometimes they didn't. Because I was looking at the car, and you've just waved at them, and they'll wave back, and I'm like, who was that? Because I never wave at someone driving the car, you know, like, hi, yeah, oh, it's that guy. Hey, there she is.
That guy in that truck.
That guy in that truck, yeah, I know that.
Guy.
I see him driving all the time.
No,
it's very kind of like small town.
Yeah.
Like thing. But I lived in a small town in Wales, and then no one ever did that. So it's just like they just ignored everyone. They were just keep your eyes to the ground.
I mean, guys, let me know. Is that a thing all over America? Like, do you
just Texas? It's just Texas manners.
Texas, or maybe just the South, or I don't know. It definitely is. It definitely is like a thing around here, but I don't know if it exists. Like, let's say in Utah or Minnesota or somewhere. It's like, let me know if that's a thing you do in wherever you live.
Yes, let us know. Yeah. And that's this probably should have gone before when I said changing my pronunciation of things at a restaurant. It's saying, can I get something instead of can I have or may I have.
Oh.
Okay. May I have a water, please, or may I have a Coca-Cola? Coca-Cola.
So through a drive-through, like at a fast food place, you would say, may I have a number 2? You would say that?
Can I have, it would be.
Can I have?
So, okay, can I have a McChicken Deluxe?
Yeah.
Can I have
I mean, that's more grammatically correct, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, because a lot of that was something that people would make fun of American shows for, is they'd say, can I get a coffee? And it's like, I don't know, can you?
Yeah. No, you cannot go get yourself a coffee. I have to give it to you.
Can I have a burger?
It's hilarious because I never noticed that was a thing.
Can you have a burger?
Yeah.
I haven't phoned the police to ask them yet if you're allowed to have this burger.
I never noticed that can I get was a thing.
It's may. That's the grammatically correct way.
Well, may, yeah. But saying can I get? Can I get
no, can you get it? It's like, will you get it?
But I mean, I never noticed that was I just never paid attention to that. And I'm quite big on grammar most of the time, but yeah. I noticed it after you pointed it out once in some television show we were watching where they went through a drive-thru and they were like, yeah, can I get a number 2 and a number 4 and a da-da-da. So I guess that is a thing all Americans do.
I say it.
Can I get
at the drive-thru?
Yeah.
Can I get number 2 and number 4? And that was another thing, is number 2 and number 4.
Do we say
saying the numbers of the menu? It's just like in Britain, you just say what you wanted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just like, can I have a chicken select, please?
I mean, I think I usually say
Coca-Cola,
the title of whatever it is that I want to order. But I think the people that work in the drive-thrus prefer you just say the number.
So they know.
Because I think 4, they just punch in the number. I don't think
punch in the number. Yeah, number 4, number 5. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like if
that's how they sound over here.
It's like if I say chicken sandwich, well, they might have 5 different chicken sandwiches on there, and they're not
number
exactly
6,
sure
no
which
tomato,
and they're not exactly sure which one I said, because those drive-through speaker things.
They're terrible, aren't they?
And so I think it's easier if you just go a number 4 or whatever, and they just go, oh, number 4. Yeah, there's yeah.
What?
There's no kind of mistaking that. Do we in restaurants though? When we order, do we still say, can I get?
Yeah.
We do?
Can I get a water, please?
Yeah, this is just something I've never paid attention to, really.
Yeah, no, I've heard you say, can I get a water,
can
please?
Can I get a water? Can I... Yeah, I guess I do.
And that's another thing, I was, that's...
It feels a bit weird,
The restaurant staff are very attentive over here, and, they're working for tips, obviously, and everything. We've talked about that before in a previous podcast episode. It's, that's something that Europeans find annoying.
Yeah.
Every 5 seconds I'm coming up going, is everything okay? Can I get you another refill? Da-da-da. But now I'm really into that. And if I go back to the UK, I'm just going to be like, oh, where's the waiter?
Yes.
I need a refill. But it's like, actually, I don't, because it's going to cost me.
It's like I've been sitting here for 5 whole minutes and nobody has come to fill up my glass.
Where are they? Where is it?
This is
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Impatience, maybe. maybe that's a thing that's a way that you've changed since you've lived in America. You've become more impatient.
Yes.
That's a funny, yeah.
Impatience.
That probably is true, actually.
Yeah, I'm all about the impatience now. Everything now, instant gratification.
Yeah.
Walking, driving on the right is another way of change.
Yeah.
That's another thing, isn't it?
It's another thing.
It's just like something you have to get used to. You change. I mean, going back to the UK, I'm probably going to be like, I have to walk or drive on the left. Well, it's just like...
Well, driving, yeah, that's something that's obvious. But the walking thing is not something that you think about until you're
drive when you on the thing you walk, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not something you really think about, is it? And it's just like... I mean, I never thought about the fact that when we're in the grocery store in America, we're walking down the aisles on the same side that we drive down the street on. Yeah. Or like when you and I go for a walk in the evenings and we pass a family or something, they scoot over so that they're walking on their right-hand side of the sidewalk, and we scoot over so we're walking on our right hand, just like as if we were in a car, you know. But it's not something you think about until you go to Britain, and it's the opposite.
Everyone's just going all over the place.
Well, they kind of are with those freaking baskets.
Yes, that's another thing. It's baskets that you can't control, which are easy to control. You can just move it around and stuff. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
Checking the mail in a mailbox.
Oh, yeah.
That's one
of your daily chores.
It's one of my daily chores. Is having to go out and across the street to the mailbox.
Dodging mosquitoes the whole time.
And it's like, why? Why can't you just fit them? Because, I mean, that's another lazy thing, too, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, yeah, no, we can't go on. Because I guess that's another law. It's like, oh, no, you can't go on the property to deliver mail.
No, I think it's probably more to do with just saving time because the houses are more spread out.
Maybe.
And then, so here in Austin, I mean, because depending on where you live, like in small towns, I think a lot of the time they still have the mailbox down at the end of the property. So the mailman drives up to the edge of your house on the curb there in front of your house and puts the mail in your mailbox if you live in a small town. But in a city, it's not really safe to stick your mail in the mailbox because anybody can just walk by and open your mailbox and take it out. So in Austin, and I think in a lot of cities now, they have official mailboxes where
they're just standalone, like
the whole block is kind of things.
Yeah.
Like in a post office, and you have a key and you open it up and it's all secure and everything. So ours luckily is just kind of like right across the street. It's not all that far. Compared to someone who lives up the street has to come all the way down and then across the street to get their mail.
I mean, I hate doing it anyway.
But I think it's just,
and it's also a case of like those things are so small.
Yeah.
I mean, the letterboxes in Britain, that you can shove quite a bit through them.
Yeah.
But it's like...
But think about it. Like, in Britain, the houses, especially, like, you used to live in a terraced house, so they're all attached. The mailman just has to go dunk, dunk, dunk as he's walking past,
Which he did.
And over here, the properties are further apart, so he has to drive. It's just, you would have to hire so many more employees to get all the mail out every day, So I'm sure it's just a purely time-saving and it's more economical and for the post office and everything.
Yeah.
To just have them all, like, together and make the people go to their mail.
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah. I mean, that's... something, because, it's attached to the house in Britain, so it's just like, you just go downstairs, you go into your little...
You know what? Something else, and I'm sure this is not on your list, because you probably haven't thought about it, but when you first moved here, and you would go get the mail, I've only just thought about this now, you would go get the mail, and you would come back into the house, and you would leave the front door unlocked. Because I don't know... Because I don't know about you guys, but, living in a city... and really you should just do it anywhere, whether you live in a city or in a small town. You lock the door. When you come in the house, you lock the door behind you. Well, Dominic was not used to doing that because in Britain, the doors are...
It's a latch lock.
The doors are heavy and they're on a latch.
Yeah.
Right? So as soon as they close, it's like a hotel room. As soon as it closes, it's locked.
Well, yeah, my door did anyway. I mean...
Are they not all like that?
Not all like that.
Oh,
Britain,
okay.
Yeah, because sometimes, you could just shut the door and, it would be like a handle.
Oh, I just assumed they were all like that.
My uncle has that on his now. But terraced houses usually have like a fire-heavy latch lock door that if you go outside and it goes gonk, it's
and you don't have your keys.
You can't get back in, unless someone lets you back in with the, the latch.
Yeah.
Or you can set it to be off the latch as well,
Yeah. But he was so used to that, he would always come back in and just leave the door unlocked. And I'm like, you left the door unlocked, but now you lock it when you come in.
Yes, I do.
Keep the boogeymen out.
Yeah. A couple of more things. It's like the weird food. I've kind of gotten used to this change.
Oh, what is weird?
I don't
define weird.
Steak and eggs. We were just thinking about this. About this today. Like steak and eggs and stuff like that. I don't like it. That's so funny
because that doesn't seem weird to me, but okay, yeah.
Yeah, steak and eggs and chicken and waffles and all that kind of stuff. I'm kind of like getting more into like that sort of food.
Mixing things that don't seem like they
don't seem to go together.
Yeah.
Chicken and waffles being one of it because it's kind of like, syrup on chicken, it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
But I mean, it works,
Yeah.
Breakfast burritos, all that kind of stuff. Because that's a Texas thing mostly, I think,
Yeah.
Maybe Southern California, maybe New Mexico, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
But yeah, I think, I think that's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah, I think that's
that was very abrupt. I think that's about it. Yeah.
I think that's about it now. That's about the ways that America's changed.
I'm sure there's other ways, so we can always make a part 2 to this at some point. And let us know.
We're running out of time here.
Oh gosh, yeah. Let us know any other ways you can think of that maybe he changed, or maybe you have a question as to whether he
has this changed.
Yeah, whether he does this different or that different or whatever. Yeah, let us know that. But anyway, we're out of time. I was not keeping up with the time at all.
Yeah, I was. You see, that's why I said that's about it.
That's why it was such an abrupt ending.
So it's like we're running out of time here.
Thank you guys so much as always for tuning in. We appreciate your support. Be sure to check us out on social media. We are at TButty, TEABUTTY on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And we'll talk to you next time.
We'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.